Good morning. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. We got this pack to open. We're 30 minutes late starting. I don't know what to tell anybody at this point. I literally got up like 30 minutes ago, honestly. We were out pretty late. Kids didn't get to bed till late. So it's good. We were just at a kid's birthday party, but man, they have a big yard, and they bought the biggest rented the biggest water slide floaty thing, blow up things. So cool. I wanted to do it. So let's take a look at what we have going on here. All right, so I got a red rift line. I actually really like this card. Obviously, this is a go-to for a yellow Arcanic Crackle, not too bad. I like seeing that. So really good chain cards. Let's see here. What do we got going on here? Brandish, Eclipse. I don't like these ones. I wish they were better. Minnowism. I actually like to see that. Ooh, and our foil is a Seeds of Agony. We get a Blood Drop Crocade. What's our... Alright, so I got a double Labaya right here. So there's nothing in here that says you have to pick this, right? So the first 2 or 3 picks, you basically want to pick the best card, period. What's the best card? When I look at these, it immediately brings me to Shadow Runeblade, because there's 3 Shadow Runeblade cards right here that are really good. Spears of Serenity is also really good. But it's, is everybody going to pick Prism? Because everybody will pick Prism. People force Prism in this format. And so I think overall, if you're in a pod, I think overall you probably don't force Prism. However, Spears of Serenity is a really good card. Minnowism is also a really good pick one, because this isn't going to come around, and as soon as you have one Minnowism, usually you can grab the other one, right? Like, it's hard to... Yeah. I do think in my case, you're gonna find enough ones with 3 or less so you can up the base of it. And it has go again. Or sorry, of course this one has go again. It's a non-attack action. I actually would probably pick one Minnowism, simply because of the combo. It's a blue. You get the combo. You don't necessarily get that. So that would be my go-to, would be to do that. And then I think if I was past this pack, I'm immediately picking Seeds of Agony. You could go say, hey, grab Spears of Serenity, and I think that's also a good play. But Seeds of Agony, this for me anyways, I'm picking Seeds of Agony because someone's going to pick this. And then pick 3 is definitely Serenity. Like, I think these are the 3 best cards in this pack. This probably the order needs to be this. I personally would pick this up first, and then if I was handed this, I actually would see that, hey, everything's open. I don't like these ones. I'm gonna grab what I want from here, and so like if Spears of Serenity was picked, I would pick up Seeds of Agony. Let's say pack 2 Seeds of Agony was, and I was handed this pack, I actually would probably grab Riftbind. But that's just me personally, because I'm going to my default is to go towards chain. My default is to go towards chain because my assumption is going to be everybody has, or everyone's going to have Prism. That being said, grabbing Spears of Sorality, grabbing Spears of Sorality and not going Prism also isn't bad because you're grabbing a card that they want. Like this Herald of Protection, yeah, they'll grab it because they need it, but this isn't like a let's grab it. Spears of Sorality is so good because you can go, Spears of Sorality into an Angel for a blue card. Like that's just ridiculously good. That's a 5 into probably like a 6 or 7. And if they don't pop it, like that's a lot of damage in limited. So this is a red one is not a must-have, but it's absolutely, this is the best illusionist card in this pool. All right, that kind of covers it. So these are my top picks right here. Seeds of Agony, I think if you're running chain, you need to pick up at least 2 Seeds of Agony. You absolutely need some Rift Binds. Like you need to have a handful that you can do out of your Banish Zone. Like there's just no there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like you have to have CZI, you have to have Riftbind, you have to have what's the other really good one? We opened it yesterday. I don't know why I'm blanking on it. But those will give you Seeds of Agony, but though I think is probably the most important one because it's the one that's dealing arcane damage, and there's not a lot. There's not a lot of arcane damage that can be like ways to prevent arcane damage, right? Like Prism has her, she's got her spectral shields, but that's about it. Speaking of Prism, the new Prism, super really excited about because when the Illusionists came out, they definitely were leaning in towards the way that they get a board state is that they have auras, and we had the spectral whatever, all that stupid stuff where you you break it, you lose your action point. But then with Dromai, they switched to, hey, here's some big dragons. You make dragons out of ash, set up, you go. And so like follow that same pattern of like almost like, hey, I have to do, the ash is sort of like your spectral shields because your spectral shields attacked. But the new Prism, they're heavily leaning in towards, we know the figments, you have to flip them. So like you still have to do setup in order to get it to happen. You use the heralds in order to get the figments out in order to flip them. So like there's that like kind of chain that you have. But I love the fact that have essentially they've kind of changed the way Illusionist works. So they're going to have all these cards with spectral shields, and I think spectral shield and now ward are going to be very much an Illusionist thing, and spectral shields are just ways to shield you and everything, but there's less of a reason to run some of that stuff now. The way that they've set up Illusionists, now that they've more or less redesigned it, like Dromai brought in a redesign, is now an Illusionist is going to have they're gonna have some sort of beast or illusion or whatever. You get the dragons, then you get the actual angels, not just heralds, actual angels coming in. And you get to control, like they have a board state. I do think Prism was I think Prism, the way that they had her designed with her auras was a little much. And so I love how they kind of leaned into the, hey, we're doing a redesign on this class. You still get a lot of generic spectral shields, and I think that's great, because I think if they ever move to a generic If you ever made a generic illusionist, they would lean heavily into spectral shields. Right, like that's what they would lean into. Spectral shields, and you get some of those big attacks that have phantasm. Of those like chimeras and stuff like that. So I think that's really, really cool. And I love the fact that they redesigned it. But anyways, everybody, have a wonderful day today. Be good to yourself and be good to each other. Tomorrow we got one more. Was it Thursday? Yesterday felt like Friday. I'm way off. But have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow.